How do you deal with FOMO? By being hit with a baseball bat. BTFD, motherfuckers. That's all you had to do. I made one trade. Give me money. I want a Lambo. I want to be on Instagram so everybody sees I have a Lambo. There's no consistency score. You can trade the news. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do. ICT, smart money, dumb money. This alone will make you a fucking millionaire. You should be ready for an explosive move in gold coming probably as we are approaching the end of August, early September. We're gonna have that move. And sooner or later, it's like a spring. You push the spring, you push the spring, then you push the spring, you can't do it no more. Then you release the spring and you get an explosive fucking move, all right? But you need a catalyst for that move. One of those catalysts will probably be, again, understanding fundamentals, U.S. Federal Reserve cutting interest rate because of the shitty economy. And that's why you check the motherfucking calendar, all right? So this alone, people who don't understand what I just said, this alone will make you a fucking millionaire. If you're fucking off because it's boring and I'm not here telling you, buy now, or sell now, some bullshit like that, then you're retarded. And markets are very cruel teachers. They'll beat the shit out of you until you understand what the fuck is going on. So understanding this big macro view picture allows you to position yourself on the right side of liquidity and on the right side of the flow. That's the most basic thing you need to understand and do first and foremost. Then you use your ICT, smart money, dumb money, moon cycles, Elliott waves, technical analysis, classical floor. I don't give a shit what the fuck you use. Nobody cares. Because if you're positioned correctly on the fundamental flow, then you just use your entries into the direction of that flow. More likely than not, you will be making money. Gold is obviously just being a chop fast 3000. It's very annoying because currencies rallied a lot last week. So as we're coming again to the end of the last 2 weeks of August, everybody takes vacations. From a steel worker to your grandma to a lot of people on Wall Street. You don't need to be a goddamn fucking Paul Tudor Jones understanding how to fucking trade this thing. Because if the inflation is up, the money is being printed by every single central bank, whether it's ECB, BOE, Bank of Australia, Bank of New Zealand, US Federal Reserve, doesn't fucking matter. They're all printing money. So the value of that money goes where? Down the fucking toilet. So any other class would appreciate that. But gold obviously was the shining star. And for the last few years, understanding the fundamentals, all you had to do is just be long gold, right? You buy the fucking dip, BTFD, all right? BTFD, motherfuckers. That's all you had to do. And it's still ongoing, right? We don't know if the top is in place until the top is in place. Because on a daily time frame, we're still making higher highs and higher lows, essentially. You can spot these reversals. So again, look at this. Previous tops, right? On CPI news, we blast through it because the CPI came in softer, meaning the inflation number are lower, so Fed has no need to keep their interest rates high. So market correctly traded the news to the top side, thinking that the Federal Reserve will be forced to cut rates. The probability of Federal Reserve cutting interest rates in September, the rates will go down. You literally have a V-shaped recovery, right? You have a reversal candles you see the buyers are coming in. That's why you have these wicks. You have hammer candles, 1, 2. You buy here, put your stop below here, and you got 1-to-1. I give you these examples all the fucking time, right? I show you the same thing on a daily Bitcoin all the time, right? How many times did we do retest continuation, breakout retest continuation, breakout small retest continuation, right? It happens all the time. How do you deal with FOMO? By being hit with a baseball bat to the face so many times, where every time I entered it and I lost money, that I don't longer do that dumb shit. That's how you learn. That's a good question. How do you not FOMO? How do you not become a victim to your own emotional stupidity? The way you control your emotions is 2 things. Number 1, you have to have a system that you take. I don't react just because market is going this way, that way. I don't react. I only react when I see my setups form. Number 2, the biggest thing you can do yourself a favor for in order for you to be more selective with your trades is journaling. I know, and again, ad nauseum. It's not about your feelings journal. Today my girlfriend kissed me on the cheek. Wow, right? I don't give a shit about that. Your journaling is if you're going to be taking a trade, you have to take a snapshot. Let's say this is what I do is, let's say I want to buy something or sell something. Let's say I want to sell this right now, right? So then you write why you are entering. okay, this was a breakdown, a little retest, and continuation. Let's say that's my setup. This is the target. I'm targeting the lows. The stop loss about 2 swing highs, and I expect obviously the price to go down. Then you wait. Then you wait for this trade to complete. Whether you closed it at break even, you closed it sooner, or you reached TP or reached stop loss. You take the fucking screenshot again, and you see that what you thought is gonna happen, did it happen? And after you FOMO in and you have to be more selective, you see 5 times you FOMOed in and you made 0 money, or you made, out of 10 times you made money once or twice, you see immediately that you are in a loss, and you just stop taking those. You need to have that data. And you're gonna start noticing patterns of shit you shouldn't be doing and shit you should be doing more of, and what kind of adjustments you can make to make certain things work. Because if I would just move my stop loss, instead of having my stop loss here, I moved it over here, the number of successful trades would increase dramatically. So now you experiment, you back test, and you do more of these type of trades with a small account, until you have enough data, sample data, to commit more capital. Because most novice traders, they think, okay, I want a Lambo. I want to be on Instagram so everybody sees I have a Lambo. And that's all your fucking mentality is. But that's how you make money for the Lambo. You have to do actual work to make money for the Lambo in the market. Otherwise, you're just going to be losing Lambo money in the market. More likely than not, because 95% of traders lose money. Why? Well, because they're too lazy to write a goddamn fucking journal entry. If you're lazy enough to do 50 entries like this with a journal entry, then why should universe, God, whatever, reward you with a Lambo? If you're such a lazy cunt, maybe you should fix that first before you ask of the universe to reward you for something, okay? For your hard work that you didn't do. So again, it's always about you. It's your psychology that fucks with you or makes you a winner. And you need to make the switch. And this is how you make the switches, okay? Little by little. What's the one trading mistake that cost you the most, and how did you recover? Well, we all blow accounts. I don't remember a specific, account that I've blown, but obviously you blow accounts because you don't take stop losses and you pile onto the trade and it blows the fuck up. It happens to probably 99% of traders, most traders. The way you should have a stop loss is because 80% of the time to 90% of the time, the price will come back to your entry. You're like, okay, thank you, Jesus, Buddha, Allah. Thank you. Whoever you pray to. You hug the tree outside the fucking your house. I don't give a shit, right? It comes back. 80% of the time, it comes back. But there will be one time where it just keeps on going and going, like an energizing motherfucking button. Going and going and going and going. And you're like, holy shit, now I'm down 10%, 20%, 50%. Well, it's too late now, right? You don't have the balls to close that fucking trade anymore, because now you're praying to not only to one God, you're praying to all of them with the tree hugging on top of it, all right? And we all go through that experience. And until you just get blown out, you get a margin call and you go fuck yourself. So next time, and you do it maybe once or more than once, you realize, okay, this is not a good way of trading, especially if you're trading, you can always go make $1,000. What if you're trading $1 million account? What if you're trading $100 million? What, are you just going to YOLO $100 million account? Okay, and you're going to blow it, and then what? Were you just going to go get a McDonald's job and make another $100 million? No fucking way, right? This is why we're teaching you about stop losses and small risk. Big traders who are trading 6, 7, 8-figure accounts, 1% loss on a $10 million account is $100,000. That's not nothing, right? And that's 1%. What if you risk 5%? That's $500,000. Most people, they trade their account 10, 20% swings. Okay, at a $10 million account, 20% is $2 million. Done. Gone. How are you going to make it back? So that's why you have to learn, first of all, to make money with percentages. It's not about, as I always say, you're in the motherfucking university. First 2 years of your career in this business is you learning, okay? It's not about you making money. I understand that everybody wants to be on Instagram and, flaunting their big dick around with a shiny new car and blah, 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 all of that bullshit. That's fine. But, the surgeons or the doctors or the engineers, or the lawyers, right? They all have to go to school for a very long time in order for you even to make 100, 200, 300, 500, $500,000, $1 million. Here you are, month 2 of your trading career. Yeah, I want $2 million now. Just because you want it doesn't mean dick, right? You have to have a skill set in order for you to extract $2 million out of this life, okay? And that skill set is not easy. It takes time to hone. And when I'm telling you, it takes about 1 to 2 years to become somewhat okay in trading, that's what it takes. Month 3, month 7, most likely you're gonna be losing and winning, losing, winning, winning, losing, which is a good position to be in, because first everybody starts, first month everybody's a goddamn genius on a demo account, bam, 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 I made 20 grand, right? That's how the market sucker you in. Then month 2 or 3, you're like, okay, I'm gonna put $1,000 in, or $100 or 10 grand, whatever the fuck you do. And what happens then? You blow it because you don't know anything. Of course you blow it. Stan, bro, please increase consistency score. We fucking removed consistency score on pro accounts. Go check the new pro accounts. There's no consistency score there at all. We have instant funded, where it's like you've been a pro for a long time, just buy instant, no challenges, no nothing, knock yourself out. Then we have the next gen account, where we have criteria and rules specifically designed for you're some fucking guys over the internet. I don't know if you know how to trade or not, and you YOLOing one trade is not going to tell me anything about your trading style. And then, yeah, give me money. I made one trade, give me money. What the fuck is it? What the fuck is, it's just so asinine. So we have rules to see if you can be within these rules and trade accordingly, with small risk, with stop losses, etc., etc., etc. And we just introduced the pro account. The pro account is like, okay, I don't want to be babysit. I know what the fuck I'm doing. Let me do it. All right, fine. So there is a pro account now. There's no consistency score. You can trade the news. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do, as long as you make money. All right. So let's see how you make money in those accounts. I don't want somebody to come in, take one trade, YOLO it, and be like, okay, now I want $100,000 to trade with. Yeah, why? Because you showed me one demo trade? Wow. Come on, be real. But choice is yours. You don't want to be supervised? Pro accounts. I call it do whatever the fuck you want account. Now you have it. Enjoy it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Really appreciate you being here, and I will see you all soon.